When It Could Start was one of the earliest songs that we wrote in the band. There was a time when Devin wasn't really sure if he wanted to keep it or put it on the album, and I was always pushing for it because I thought it was great.
I think it was written before the EP that we did before was written. And it was sort of inspired by the shenanigans that people get up to maybe as teenagers. You know, there's the lyric about the news. The best part of hearing the news is finding out you've been on it. And how sometimes maybe we don't understand the consequences of our actions or the implications that our actions might have before we take them. And that's maybe the naivete of youth.
It reminds me of when there's like an evil town in like a Stephen King book. There's like a deep and powerful evil lurking right under the surface of this otherwise kind of pastoral town. That's the vibe of this song to me.
I remember having way more ideas for vocal harmonies than I knew what to do with. Both low and high harmonies for the chorus, and I only ended up doing one, as well as harmonies for both of the bridge vocal parts. In my mind, maybe I envisioned some version of the band where all four of us were singing at the same time, but that has so far not come to pass.
Or like in Hot Fuzz, you know that movie? That's the vibe of it. It's like there's an evil cult.
Another track on the album that was like a bit of a triumph for me in regards to the crazy bridge that's just like very fast to play. It's a song we had started playing together early, but not something I felt particularly set and locked in on until pretty close to the time where we were recording it.
When we were tracking drums for this, Dylan, again being a very improvisational guy, a few of the takes had crashes in the intro, and a few of them had the toms. And I decided when I was cutting everything up to go with the toms, even though that was not typically how we had performed it. And I think it gives everything a much more sort of thunderous intro that's just a little bit darker maybe than my original vision for the song.
Devin's got all these nice, cool parts in all of his songs, and so very distinctive chorus though on this one and it starts out with the accents. Very interesting to hear about the chokes that are no longer there. I can't hear it any other way, so having not heard it originally as that, so.
The bridge.
The bridge
In the bridge.
The bridge.
The bridge is such a beautiful part of the song. The way Devin and Alex's vocal parts specifically interact is so beautiful. I love the way they overlap and intertwine and kind of break off from each other and rejoin.
It's so overwhelming and overstimulating in like the best of ways, where especially playing it live, you get into your own bit and then you hear Alex and Devin singing and that working together, and then I hear behind me the cymbals just starting to go absolutely crazy, and myself also going like just like a really fast bit to play.
Playing off the different strengths of the two of our voices while having like some fun, interesting guitar going on in the background. And then Dylan always would go pretty crazy with the ride cymbal on the bridge live. And it always sucked because I couldn't really watch what he was doing because I had to be at the mic, but I could hear it in the background and I would just crack up a smile every single time.
I remember really early on trying out this really sprightly ride pattern that I was like, oh, this is so fun. But I was developing it while I was working at the Halifax Citadel, where I was like playing drums all day, all the time. So my wrists were like, whew, they were cooking. It felt so good. And then later on when I was playing drums less, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can even still do this anymore. There was definitely moments of panic on stage sometimes.
The patented Neil Peart ride, so the ding 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 ding. But yeah, it's kind of a similar. I love how that kind of builds up. It gets the ride cymbal gets more complex as it kind of progresses, and it's just like a fun little thing to play along to.
And then it all comes to just a climax, and then we hit the last chorus, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful feeling.